Hello, this is Keanu Levy, recording the assignment for Chapter 3 for class speech 1308 I could have gotten the numbers wrong. This is for Chapter 3 of the book. After reading it, I've learned that we all have different strategies of forming impressions of others. And there are honestly a lot of different strategies. Um, though I feel that I form my impressions with every effect, I feel that I use the primacy effect the most, which means that you form your impressions based on the first time you meet a person, or at least, yeah, based on how you meet a person or experience something for the first time. I have different examples of this. Truck drivers, I think they all drive recklessly, whether they're like the big giant trucks that are transporting things or the big monster trucks on highways. I think they just don't care about anyone around them. I remember the first time I think it was a big truck transporting things, and the dude would just not let me pass him in the slightest. So I ended up missing my exit. So from that time forward, I basically hate all truck drivers, regardless of how nice any truck driver I've experienced or seen after. I still hate them. Another example of the primacy effect I had was I think it was a dude at my job. I work at the supermarket, and I had to bring a mobile cart for him. And when I first met the dude, he was very, very sour, very mean, and very demanding. And so every time I see the dude every day forth, I immediately think of that memory. Uh, Another example, uh, if you haven't, I watched the Harry Potter series. If you haven't watched the Harry Potter series, there's a kid that bullies Harry Potter throughout the movies. His name is Malfoy, and Malfoy is kind of seen. He's a very mean kid. He bullies Harry Potter throughout every movie, and every time I see him, regardless of what he did in the last movie, I still hate him. I don't like him, and it's all because of how I've seen him the first time. I do the same thing with music as well. Let's say there's I think it was a Taylor Swift song. I only heard one of her songs, and I didn't really like it. So now, anytime I hear a Taylor Swift song, I just have like bad feelings about it. I'm just iffy about it every time I hear it. Uh, Another one, I think it was my manager. I met a manager at my job, and I guess he was having a bad day at the time, but he was very mean to me. I think on my first time meeting him, he was very demanding, and now I don't like him. And now anytime I see him every day, I just cringe every time I see him. Uh, Another thing I dislike. So another effect I think I use is that with people I dislike, I use the horn effect, I think it was called. And basically, anytime I see a person I dislike, I would think about or look for every bad thing they do to kind of justify what a bad person they are in my mind. And then for people I like, I use the halo effect, and I keep track of all the good things I do. It helps me justify how much of a good person they are in my mind.